What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. So this video is going to be telling you guys what are some of the best cards you can get from the UR Dream Ticket. Now, before I want to dive into all the best cards from this UR Dream Ticket, I first want to mention, for anybody that doesn't know what this UR Dream Ticket is and you clicked on this video curious on what this is, basically on May 10th of 2018 through June 30th of 2018, if you log into Duel Links 2 times in a row, you'll unlock a Dream Ticket or a UR Dream Ticket. And what this does is that it allows you to get any UR card from the first 9 boxes, which is just awesome right here. And yeah, this is just an informational video on telling you guys what cards to get. But then another thing I want to mention too is that right now, on May 10th of 2018, you might want to save it. So I was talking in this one Discord that I am. It is the Fallout Shelter. If you guys want to join, I'll put the link in the description down below if you guys want to hop into this Discord server. But one of the members in there, and I'm pretty active in this server, one of the members in there kind of mentioned that if you want to stay competitive in this, game right now, especially right now, you might want to hold on this UR ticket until the next meta shift, because once we get like a new box or some new cards in the meta shifts, there would possibly be a chance that you really need to get some UR card from this list of cards right here, and like you just don't have the gems to spend it. And since this Dream Ticket is gonna last until what, like May 9th of 2019, you have a long time to wait before you really need to cash in this thing. So that's just kind of my thoughts on it. I mean, we're into like a D Hero Sylvan meta still, along with Amazoness. So some of the UR cards in here aren't crazy good, especially against that format. And yeah, that's kind of it. But I still got some recommendations on what cards I would save, which just in general. There's a lot of good monsters, fusions, traps, and spells, so I'll give out a lot of recommendations. And like, clearly, guys, let's just get onto this. I think the best card you get from this is definitely Axe Raider. Like, come on, guys, let's be real here. Axe Raider, best card in the game, 1700 attack. No, I'm joking, folks. Don't get that. It's like the worst you are to get. You only can. That's only for the meme, but like legit though. Let's just kind of go on through this list. So one card that kind of pokes, I really like this card, and I wouldn't mind getting a 3rd copy of it, even though you don't need this. Gaiaplay of the Earth Giant is actually a pretty decent card. If any of you guys are considering playing Magnets in Duel Links, if that's a deck that you enjoy, you really need to pick up Gaiaplay of the Earth Giant, because this card right here makes Magnets viable. You can special summon this card by removing from play 2 Rock-type monsters from your graveyard. During the standby phase, you remove from play 1 Rock-type monster in your graveyard, and then send this card to the graveyard. Half the attack and defense of any monster that battles with this card. Gaiaplay of the Earth Giant is this good. He's super easy to get out, and if you're playing Magnets, which are all Rock-type monsters, they have a super easy way to get themselves in the graveyard. And a 2800 monster that halves the attack of your opponent's monsters all the time is super good. Another thing too with Magnets and some of the rock support that we have in the game, there's a certain trap card, I believe, it's some SR trap card that I forgot. I don't think it might be in this box. It might be, no, it's not, it's an SR card. But yeah, there's like some rock or SR continuous trap that can bring back your banished rock monsters and special summon them on the field. So Gaiaplay's a super good option for Magnets. Another card that I will quick shout out is Gazuki. Gazuki is only good really in Red Eye Zombie, but I feel like in the future, if we get more zombie support, you would definitely want to get more copies of Gazuki if you don't already. And Gazuki is a really good card. During your main phase, you can send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish the zombie type monster from your graveyard except Gazuki and special summon a zombie monster from your hand. You only can use this effect once per turn. Gazuki is a really good zombie card. He's really good in Red Eye Zombie, so if anybody is considering playing Red Eye Zombie, definitely want to stack up on Gazuki. But yeah, these two cards are just kind of like what deck you prefer. Like, the thing is about this UR Dream Ticket, it's definitely on what you want to build right now. Like, for example, I kind of want to play Red Eye Zombie again, and I only have one Gazuki currently. I kind of want to play Red Eye Zombie again, so I might pick up a Gazuki at some point. I'm not too sure. Scrolling down the list, this card right here, if you don't have 3 already, King of the Swamp is a really solid card if you're considering playing any fusion deck, because 1, this card can be used as a substitute for any fusion material whose name is specifically listed on the fusion card, but the other fusion material must be correct. But yeah, this is a fusion substitute for your monsters, and also you can discard King of the Swamp to add a polymerization from your deck to your hand. So overall, this card is really solid. Searches out for poly and is counted as a fusion material. That is awesome. Quick shout out to my boy Phoenix Gearfried. While he isn't the best, anybody that likes Geminis can go pick this boy up. Phoenix Gearfried's one of my favorite monsters of all time. I love the boy. Love the boy. Shout out to him. Next up, though, we have Red Eyes Wyvern. This card is just good for Red Eyes Zombie. Honestly, though, you probably only need one copy of Red Eyes Wyvern. And if you already have like 3 copies of Kazuki, you most likely already have this card. But quick shout out, Red Eyes Wyvern's pretty decent. During your end phase, if you didn't normal summon or set a monster this turn, you can banish this card, especially summon a Red Eyes monster from your graveyard. So, Red Eyes Wyvern, pretty solid right here. Another card that you guys can check out. This card is pretty good in Psychics. Up to twice per turn, you can remove and play a Psychic monster and have this card gain 500 attack. This guy is really solid for your Psychic decks because with your Psychics in grave, it could boost up Reinforced Human Cyborg. Get it to like, yeah, you can get it up to like 2,500 in like 1 turn, which is really nice right there. So just a quick little shout out to Reinforced Human Psychic Borg. I don't know if this card's played in the Psychics that much right now, but still a solid card. Another card that I can mention too, Phoenix hasn't been being played that much either, but anybody that still, you know, needs to pick up your 3rd Phoenix, you could do that possibly. I don't know if Phoenix will come back into the meta at some point. I don't know. I'm not too sure about Phoenix. I mean, it's decent because you can special summon it. If it's destroyed by card effects, special summon it from the grave and destroy a spell and trap cards you control are all on the field. Pretty decent effect, but like right now, haven't really seen much play on this. Anybody still need to complete their Cyber Angels can get Saphir Queen of the Dragons. This card's a solid ritual card. Could pick this up if you need to. If you need to get your 2nd or 3rd copy, it sends you the 1,000 Hands. You could pick this card up. Like I said before, you might want to wait until the next meta shift for Duel Links, simply because you never know when all of a sudden rituals are going to be back into the meta like hardcore and you don't have your certain copies that send you a 1,000 Hands or a Sonic Bird, so you can save your UR Dream Ticket until you can get that, so you know what I mean? So there's that. Another solid card that we could talk about is Snipe Hunter. This card can work in a lot of decks. You can discard a card, target a card on the field, roll 6-sided die, and destroy the target unless you roll under a 6. Snipe Hunter is a really good card. Really like this card. This card is kind of easy though to get at the same time because it is from a mini box. But still, Snipe Hunter is a solid card. I definitely recommend picking him up because it can roll in a lot of decks. Another card that's really good is Spirit Karibo. Spirit Karibo hasn't been seeing much play recently, but you can definitely like tech this in your deck if you don't have any copies of it to throw someone off, because I don't think people are really scared of Spirit Karibo anymore, you know what I mean? So like, maybe Spirit Karibo can be alright at some point. I'm not too sure, but yeah, you can stack up a Spirit Karibo if you want with your ticket, not too bad. Maybe Treeborn Frog might be a thing. I kind of doubt it, though. But like I said, you can wait to use your UR Dream Tickets for once we get a brand new meta when a new box comes out. And then you're like, oh, snap, I need a couple copies of this certain card. You can pick it up at least with a UR Dream Ticket. So that's why I'm saying to, like, save it. In general, is a good shout-out from my boy Celestia. Mispronounced his name, I believe. But from the Fallout Shelter Discord for mentioning that. But yeah, you might want to wait till the next meta shift to, like, really pick up a certain card. Those are just a couple cards that pop out into my eyes. Sonic Bird sends you, Spirit Karibo, possibly Treeborn Frog at some point. You know, there's a lot of solid cards, but, like, you would want to wait till the next meta shift, you know. Next up, though, we're going to be talking about a few spell cards, and probably one of the best spell cards to get is Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is a solid card. You pay 1,000 life points and target a spell and trap card on the field, banish it. So, for some people, 1,000 life points to just destroy one spell and trap card or banish one spell and trap card sounds kind of mediocre, but at the same time, there's a lot of skills in the game that really utilize you losing life points to activate them in the first place. So you can also destroy your opponent's back row, along with being able to pop one of your skills to gain an advantage in the duel. Another thing too is that this is a quick play spell, so you can play this on your turn or your opponent's turn and destroy your opponent's back row easily, and it's banished, so they can't really get it back whatsoever. So Cosmic Cyclone, a solid card right there. Another card that's basically like Cosmic Cyclone, but it's called Dark World Lightning. You target a set card on the field, destroy a target, and then discard a card. This card doesn't take any away none of your life points, but you do have to discard a card for that. But this card works really well with Dark Worlds because Dark Worlds pop their effects when they get discarded. So, nothing too crazy right there. Let's talk about another card. Into the Void's a solid card too. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand, you can draw 1 card, but during the end phase, you can discard all the cards in your hand. Into the Void has popped up in a lot of cheeky decks, and this is a fun card to play in general. Recommend picking that up if you don't have any copies of that. We're also going to be talking about Soul Exchange. Soul Exchange can still be useful in certain situations. If your opponent worked really hard to get a new monster onto the field, You can play Soul Exchange, target that monster, tribute it, and then you can tribute for your own monster. You can't conduct your battle phase if you do this, but still, you're basically tributing one of your opponent's monsters, which is really nice. Soul Exchange is a solid card. And then tribute to doing can give us Shadow, discard a card, target a monster, and field destroy. That's not too shabby. Pretty cool right there. Next up, we're going to go into traps, and there's a lot of really solid traps that you guys can get if you don't have 3 copies of it. One card's Divine Wrath. When a monster effects is activated, you can discard a card, negate the activation, and if you do destroy the monster. I would say this would be a top priority because you could play something like Ultimate Providence, where if you, it's like a multi-use counter spell or trap where you could like kill either a monster, spell, or trap as long as you discard that corresponding card. So if your opponent plays a trap, you discard a trap, activate Ultimate Providence, and all of that whole shebang. That's still overall pretty cool right there. Floodgate Trap Hole is a really good card. Really, it hasn't been seeing that much use in this meta, but it might be popped up in a future meta because when your opponent summons a monster, you can change the monster face down defense position, and if you do, that monster cannot change its battle position normally. So yeah, it's a really solid card right there. Floodgate might be useful in maybe a future like fusion meta, because Floodgate, when it was relevant, killed a lot of fusion decks because your opponent would work so hard to get their fusion monster out just for the Floodgate. So you know what I mean? Not too bad right here. Mirror Wall has been a solid card for a while now. It's still pretty solid. I would say Wall Disruption is better in most situations, but stacking up on some Mirror Wall wouldn't be a bad idea. You get to half the attack of your opponent's monsters, and if you want to keep this card on the board, you pay 2,000 life points during each of your standby phases. Mirror Wall is a pretty solid card. I guess I could mention too, eliminating in the league. Discard a spell card, destroy one face of monster controls, and then check opponent's hand and all their cards with the same name as the destroyed card sent to the graveyard. Eliminating the league might be future in the future meta, like I've been saying. Might want to save this UR Dream ticket for a future meta that unfolds. And last but not least, most of the extra deck like monsters aren't really too crazy. But if you guys need Dark Paladin still, Dark Paladin's really good in a lot of farm decks, so you could easily get Dark Paladin for that. But other than that, most of the other monsters are kind of meh. You could try to get Red Eye Slash Dragon with your ticket. This card's a really good fusion, but it's from a mini box, so you have an easier chance of getting Red Eye Slash Dragon compared to Dark Paladin. So I would say go for Dark Paladin for like farm situations if you don't have one copy of it already. Well, that's my rundown on all the opinions on what is the best UR Dream Ticket card to get with your UR Dream Ticket. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Duel Links content. Be sure to go check some of my previous videos. Like I said, I talked about this selection mini box. It's going to be coming into the game relatively soon, hopefully. And yeah, I'm really excited about that selection mini box. Hopefully it will drop at some point relatively soon, but then again, I need to save some jets. But yeah, you can go check out that video, see what all the confirmed cards are there so far. But I think it's going to do it for me. Go down in the comment section down below too, and tell me what you guys picked up with your UR Dream Ticket if you did already. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what UR Dream Ticket purchases you got. But I think that's it for today. It's a Duel Links video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll go see you in the next video. Peace out.